Hello, everyone. This is David bringing you another game. It's been a long time since I brought you a screen game. I wanted to replay the World Series Game 1 of the 1954 World Series. This is the Willie Mays catch game at Polo Grounds in 54 off the bat of Vic Wertz. I've been reading a book from Arnold Hano, Hano, called A Day in the Bleachers, in which he attended the Game 1 of the 1954 World Series and was sitting in the center field bleachers for the game, and has vivid description of activities around him before the game and during the game, concentrated, of course, mainly on the game itself. And he devotes several pages to the Mays catch. But he goes through the whole game from his perspective in the bleachers that day. Highly recommended read for any baseball fan. Um, so I wanted to replay the game itself using National Pastime 3 game. I've got other games too, but I don't have the 1954 season and anything but NPiii, which is a great game in and of itself. So I'm going to start the game. Here's Cleveland at the New York Giants. Cleveland won 111 games in 1954. The Giants, I think, won 95 games, I believe. And in the real life series, the Giants swept the Indians 4-0. The Cleveland Indians will line up with Al Smith in left, Bobby Avila, second base, Larry Doby in center. Batting fourth is Al Rosen, who won the MVP the year before, 1953. The fifth hitter is Vic Wertz. Dave Philly is in right field hitting sixth. George Strickland, the shortstop, hits seventh. Jim Hegan, the catcher, hits eighth. And Bob Lemon is the pitcher for the Indians. I think, without the stats in front of me, I think Lemon won 22 or 23 games that year. The Giants will line up with Whitey Lockman leading off, Al Dark hitting second, the shortstop, Don Mueller, the right fielder, Willie Mays in center field. Many consider Mays' 54 season his greatest ever. He led the league hitting at 345 and hit 41 homers. Hank Thompson hits fifth, Monty Irvin sixth, Davy Williams seventh, Wes Westrom eighth, and Sal Magley, veteran right-hander, was on the hill for game 1. All right, Al Smith is up first, and we're going to roll the dice. And we get let me see, I'm going to do next card. Let me undo that. I'm not sure why it said that. Al Smith will roll, and the dice roll is a 24. I'll click on that, and that looks like it's a strikeout. So Magley gets Smith to strike out. Next up is Bobby Avila, who won the American League batting title in 1954, I think with a 341 average. 53 is an 18, and that is a error on Al Dark, the shortstop. So Avila's on it first. The next batter is Larry Doby. Doby is hit 32 home runs in 1954. His roll is a 32-26, and that is a fielder's choice. Double play if the pitcher had a DP plus. He does not. So it is a fielder's choice. Doby's on it first with 2 down for Al Rosen. 43 is a 29. Rosen strikes out to end the first inning. The second inning, I'm curious about the jump system, why it's not showing up here. Okay, well, let's keep going. Whitey Lockman will lead off for the Giants. Dice roll 53 is a 20, and that is a ground out to second, 1 down. Al Dark hits second. Dice roll 66-1. Bob Lemon has a G, so there's a chance to reduce this to a double. A dice roll of 11 to 26 will knock it down to a double. But it's a 64, and that gets over the wall and left for a home run for Al Dark. The Giants lead 1-0. Up comes Don Mueller, who finished second behind teammate Mays for the National League batting title. He hit 342. Mays hit 345. 55 is a 7. That's going to be a ringing single for Mueller. My jump system isn't working here for some reason, so I'm not sure why. Not many steals in 1954 anyway. Let me see if I hit steal what happens. That brings up the jump. 11 to 66, 12. He does not get a jump. Willie Mays is up with Mueller on first and 1 out. The roll is a 24-13. Mays goes down on strikes. 2 away. We'll see if Mueller cannot get the jump. That's right, it's per at bat. Hank Thompson, 63 is a 31. That is a fly to center. But the Giants get a run in the first on Dark's home run. We'll go to the top of the second. Vic Wertz had 4 hits in the real life game 1. The only out he made was Mays' miraculous catch over his shoulder. Otherwise, he'd had 5 hits in that game. Let's see what he does here against Sal Magley. 65 is a 35, and that is a foul out to the third baseman, Hank Thompson. 1 down. Dave Philly, the batter. 24 is a 13. That's a whiff. 2 away for George Strickland. 13 is a 14, so Strickland draws a 2-out walk. Let's see if he gets a jump. He does not. So Strickland's on at first for Jim Hegan, the catcher, the number 8 hitter. 36 is a 33. That's going to be a pop out to third to end the inning. Bottom of the second, Monty Irvin will lead off. Irvin, a Hall of Famer, did not have a great 1954 season, as you can see here. He did get on base a lot, a nice on-base percentage of .363 with some power still. 26 is a 24. That should be a ground out to short, 1 down. Davey Williams, weak hitting second baseman. 33 of those are ringing singles, so Williams is on with 1 out. The next hitter will be Wes Westrom, the light hitting catcher for the Giants. 11-0 though. Second column roll is a 52, which is a 7. That's a single. Williams holds at second, so 2 on, 1 out for Magley, who will attempt to sacrifice. 43 is a 29. That is 2 strikes on 2 failed attempts. We'll try one more time. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a strikeout. So Magley does not get the runners over. 2 down for Whitey Lockman, who's 0 for 1. He grounded to second his first time up. 26 is a 30. He's going to fly to left in the inning. So the Giants threaten but do not score in the second. We'll go to the third. Bob Lemon, nice hitting pitcher for the Indians. I noticed that Lemon bats left but throws right. I never knew he batted left, but he's a good hitting pitcher. 23 is a 12. That is possible error, but it is not, so it's a ground out to the first baseman unassisted. Al Smith will be up next, left fielder. 32, 26. That's a ground to second. 2 down. Bobby Avila. 51's an 8. That's going to get through the infield for a base hit. So Avila is on with 2 outs. Let's see if he can get a jump. He cannot. Larry Doby will be the next hitter. Doby with power. 2 5s and a 1. 54 of those, a 45. That's going to be a fly out to right to end it. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Giants still lead 1-0 on Al Dark's first inning home run, and Al Dark will lead off the third for the Giants against Bob Lemon. 53 is a 19, and that is an E5. That is an error on Al Rosen. So Dark is on to lead off the inning for the Giants. He cannot get a jump, and Don Mueller will be up. Mueller rarely strikes out, so I'm going to throw on a hit and run here. And that is a 45-14 foul ball. So let's try again. I'm going to let him hit away now. 36-32, fly out, one down. Willie Mays up, 1 on, 1 out. 46 is a 27. That's a fielder's choice. Mays on at first with 2 outs now. He will not get a jump. Hank Thompson is the hitter. Good power for Hank, who's a very little guy, but he had a lot of power. 55 is an 8, but Lemon's B there is going to stop that. Ground out to third to end it. We're going to go to the fourth. Giants leading 1-0. Al Rosen will lead off against Magley. 32 is a 26. That's a ground out to second. Vic Wirtz, 13 is a 14. He'll draw a 1-out walk. No jump for Wirtz. He's a slow runner anyway. Dave Philly, 15 is a 9. Magley C will prevent that from being a single. Instead of it's a slow ground out to Thompson, who throws to first. Wirtz takes second. So the tying run at second with 2 out for George Strickland. Let's see if he can tie it up. 12 is a 25. That is going to be a line out to the second baseman, Davey Williams, to end the inning. And Magley is showing a strong outing here with 4 innings complete and only 1 hit allowed. Monty Irvin will lead off for the Giants in the fourth. 25 is a 9. That should get through the infield on Lemon's B. And it does. Base hit for Irvin. Good start to the Giants' fourth. Let's see. Irvin will not get a jump. And the next batter will be Davey Williams. 23 is a 12. This could be 2. Possible error, though. It is not an error. And it is a double play. 6-4-3. 2 down now. Nobody on for Wes Westrom. 16 is a 28. That's a bounce out to short. To end the inning, we'll go to the top of the fifth. Giants lead 1-0 still on Al Dark's first inning home run. Jim Higgins 0 for 1. He'll lead it off for the Indians in the fifth, but he'll fly to left. Next batter, Lemon. 23 is a 12. Possible error. No error. He bounces to first. 2 down for Al Smith. 31's a 9. What happened? 31 is a 9. That's a pop out to third to end the inning. All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth. We're halfway through, and the Giants lead 1-0. Magley will lead off. 61's a 32. That's a fly to right. Whitey Lockman, 56-34. That's going to be a pop out to short. 2 down. And Al Dark. 15 is a 10. So Dark is 2 for 3 now with a single here. Let's see if he can get a jump. He cannot. Don Mueller with Dark on first and 2 out. Mueller is 1 for 2. 35 is an 8. That is going to be a ground out. So we go to the sixth. 1-0 Giants. And Bobby Avila will start it off for the Indians. Let's see if the Indians can get something going off Magley, who's been terrific so far. 61's a 36. That's a ball. Let's see. Next pitch is a 45-14. So good start for the Indians here in the 6th. No jump. So Avil's on at first. Larry Doby's up. 41's a 28, and that is a slow roller to short. Only one play to first for the out. Avil is at second now with one out. Tying run at second for Al Rosen, the 1953 MVP in the American League. 56 is a 34, though, and that is a strikeout. That is Magley's 4th strikeout. 2 outs. Wirtz, let's see if he can get it, get that tying run in. 65 is a 35. Possible error, no error, and foul out to third. So Magley gets through the 6th unscathed. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th for WIllie Mays leading off. Mays is 0 for 2, and he's going to be 0 for 3 as he strikes out. That's Lemon's 3rd strikeout. Hank Thompson, 23 is a 12. Possible error, no error, almost. Ground out to first. 2 away for Monty Irvin. 51 is a 9. Lemon C is going to stop that. Pop out to third baseman Al Rosen. That ends it. And we'll go to the 7th now. Moving right along. We're in the late innings. Just a 1-0 game here. Dave Philly will lead off. 33 is a 7. The Indians have the leadoff runner on. Does not get a jump. So Philly's on. Strickland will be the batter. Let's see. Let's bunt him over. 34 is a 44. That should get the job done. Nice sacrifice. Phillies at second with 1 out for Hegan. 33 is an 0. Second roll 44, and this could get out of here. It does. Hegan a 2-run homer, and the Indians take a 2-1 lead. Magley drops to a D. Hegan with the 2-run homer, and now the Indians are up by 1. There's a walk to Bob Lemon. Magley may be getting tired. Al Smith, 35 is a 14. That's a ball. 53 is a 15. That is a hit by pitch. And the Indians have 2 on with 1 out. And Magley struggling here. Let's make a pitching change. Magley, the wheels fell off quickly here in the 7th. Marv Grissom was the main reliever in the real life game 1. So let's put, could put Grissom in. Wilhelm's a great reliever. The knuckleballer. I hate to use him this early. Could use Hearn. Let's do Grissom. Marv Grissom, the new pitcher. Bobby Avila, the batter. 41's a 28. That will be a fielder's choice. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. I'm not going to see if he can steal. Doby with power could really put the Indians up. 32-26, he does not. He grounds out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th, 2-1 Indians. Stretch time here in the Polo Grounds. Davey Williams leads off for the Giants against Bob Lemon. 32-26. That is a ground out to second, 1 down. Wes Westrom. 22's an 8. That's a base hit for Westrom, so he's on with 1 out. Grissom, the batter. Let's see who can pinch hit here. Rose is the main guy. Look at that card. Do we save Rhodes for another time? He hit the game-winning homer in the real life game 1, a pinch hit 3-run homer, the 10th, to win it for the Giants. Let's go ahead and roll the dice here with Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes. Any roll of 11, 66, 22, or 44 will be a home run. So let's see what we got here. Dusty Rhodes. 23 is a 12. Possible error, not an error. Double play, 6-4-3. So not exactly the same as a real life game. Hate to lose his bat. I'm gonna move Rhodes into left field. Let's see, change position. Hang on, let's put Rhodes in at left. Position only. All right, got Rhodes in left. We'll get Irvin out. We'll put Wilhelm in. He's a pitcher. Substitution, change player. All right, Wilhelm in pitching. Rhodes stays in left. Stays in the game in left field. All right. 8th inning. This was the inning Mays made his catch in real life. It was a 2-2 game at the time. The Indians had put the first two men on, first and second, nobody out. Wirtz hit his bomb to center that Mays tracked down over his shoulder. The Indians ended up not scoring in that inning, which preserved the game, and the Giants won it in the 10th. Al Rosen, 61s to 24, one down. Vic Wirtz does bat in the 8th here in this one too, but he just hits a ground out to second here. Not as exciting. Dave Philly, 24 to 13. That will be a strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning for Wilhelm. Here's the top of the order for the Giants, trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. 26 is a 30. That's a fly out to left for Lockman. Al Darks, home run. The first is only Giant run of the game. 53 is a 19. Another error on Rosen. That's 2 errors in the game on Rosen. And Dark is on at first. 1-run game. Let's see. We can do the jump. He does not get the jump, though. Here's Mueller. 25 is an 8. That's going to get through the infield, and Dark takes third. And here's a critical point in the game. First and third, 1 out. Lemon drops to a D. Mays is up, the National League MVP. Do I leave Lemon in, or do I take him out? In the real life, they would leave him in, no doubt about it. Heck, they left him in the 10th inning, in the top of the 10th in the real life game, with the bases loaded and 2 outs. They let Lemon bat. So I have no doubt they would leave him in, but I tend to manage more like modern times. Howdeman, Newhouser, Wynn, Garcia, Chocolates. All right, I'm going to do what the real life manager does and just leave him in. Let's see what happens. WIllie Mays, 35 is a 9. That's a base hit. That scores the tying run. 2-2 now for Hank Thompson. I think I will make a move. I probably should have on that last one. Hal Newhouser, good left-handed pitcher against the lefty Thompson. Newhouser's an A. Thompson, 35 is a 14. That is a walk. The bases are loaded for Wilhelm. We're going to pinch hit for Wilhelm. Loses great arm. But bases loaded, 1 out. Chance for the Giants to really do something here. Malfitano didn't play. Castleman hardly plays. Gardner, possibility. Bobby Hoffman. That could be our man. He's got good power. Backup catcher, Bob Lennon, Roden, Bill Taylor, lefty. Let's do Gardner. No, let's do Hoffman. Hoffman's our man. Off Newhouser. 24 is a K. So now we got two on, bases loaded, 2 out for Davy Williams. The roll is 33-7. Base hit, 2-run score. Giants take a 4-2 lead with a 3-run eighth. Huge hit by Davy Williams. And the Giants lead 4-2. Westrom, see if you keep it going. 26 is a strikeout. That will end it. We'll go to the 9th, see if the Giants can hold it here. We'll change pitchers. Who do we have? We got Little, who gave up Wirtz's hit in the real life game. He's a nice guy there. Let's go with Don Little, the little left-hander. He is a B. And who leads off? George Strickland. 23 is a 12. Possible error. It is not. 1 down. Ground out to first. Jim Hegan, who hit a 2-run homer last time up. That's a ball. 31 is a 14. That's a walk. So Hegan's on. Tying run will come to the plate. We'll pinch hit. Luke Easter was a young player then. Bill Glenn, he appeared in the real life game. Dale Mitchell did as well. Let's do Dale Mitchell. Dave Pope did as well, though. That's a good bat there. Let's do Dave Pope. Dave Pope off Don Little. 26 is a strikeout, 2 away. Al Smith, the last hope for the Indians. 14's a 43. That's going to be a fly out to left, and the Giants win 4-2. In the real life game, they won 5-2 in the 10th. In the replay game here, they win 4-2 with a 3-run 8th. Cat by Davy Williams. Bases loaded, 2-out single to break a 2-2 tie in the bottom of the 8th. Hope you enjoy this one. Here's the box score. Williams with the big hit. I give him the MVP of the game. Those 2 RBIs were huge. Magley pitched well. Got a no decision. Wilhelm got the win. Lemon took the loss. Probably should have relieved him there in the 8th. But I didn't. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you again another time. Thank you.